This is the SilverScreen analysis where we talk about movies. Today we're talking about Melissa McCarthy. She's back, and this time, she's the boss.
If you don't get off my back, I'm gonna shove a box of chocolate clusters up that tight ass of yours.
So The Boss is Melissa McCarthy's newest comedic vehicle, and with her stars Kristen Bell and Peter Dinklage. It's directed by Melissa McCarthy's husband, Ben Falcone, who along with McCarthy assisted in the writing of this screenplay, which isn't too much to brag about given a bulk of the dialogue is front-loaded with crude and sexual-themed humor rather than clever wit. In this one, McCarthy plays Michelle Darnell, a business mogul that is a blend of Tony Robbins and Martha Stewart that has been busted for insider trading, and after a short prison stint, she tries to rebrand herself as the queen of Girl Scout brownies, but reaching the top, given the many bridges she has burnt over the years, will certainly not be easy. This was a straightforward rom-com with tons of cheap jokes and scenarios, so if this brand of comedy is your cup of tea, then there will certainly be some enjoyment found in this story. Melissa McCarthy was funny at times, and she pulled off that egotistical persona of a cutthroat businesswoman who is all about herself, and she does it in cartoonish fashion, and it was amusing quite often. The wardrobe design and mannerisms of her character were quite chuckle-worthy on their own, but McCarthy did do a great job of selling her take-no-shit attitude, and the result was a collection of laughs throughout. Kristen Bell had her moments. She was not really standout in her performance, however, but she was a serviceable co-star to McCarthy, and the two generated enough chemistry to pull this story off. If you like crude humor, you will find plenty of laughs, but only a few laugh-out-loud moments during the rather generic plot points this script follows along the way. On the downside, there were a lot of recycled lines and sight gags in this one that will bring a chuckle, but not quite the proper impact that they wanted, given we have already seen these scenes in many movies over the years already. Also, despite being able to sit through this story and find some mindless amusement in it, there was nothing really that made you care about or really like any of the characters. Are they lighthearted? Yes, but personalities you can really connect with? Not so much. Peter Dinklage, on the other hand, was the clear bright spot in this movie. His character is easily the best in the film and was easily the most memorable, in my opinion, of course. He was hilarious in the persona he created for this role, and he brought the most out of the material he had to work with. The final act also got to the point of being ridiculous, which is saying a lot for a turn-your-brain-off rom-com. It tried too hard to go in a direction that just did not fit the rest of the theme at all, and in the end, The Boss had its moments. I'll give it a solid C. This was clearly a paint-by-numbers crude comedy with all the sexual themed laughs you can cram into an hour and a half, but for a guy like me who can find some humor in dumb comedy, it was a relatively enjoyable one-time watch. Dinklage was hilarious, McCarthy was amusing and certainly did have her moments, but none of the pieces really fit together well to make a very good film. As always, guys, thank you so much for watching. I greatly appreciate it. If you've seen this movie, let me know what you thought. I hope you enjoyed this review of The Boss. I'm Anthony, this is a SilverScreen analysis, and we'll see you next time.